I reached 8,000 trophies or Ultimate Champion in Clash Royale, finishing top 1,000 in the entire world. I worked extremely hard to get here, playing 185 games with 3.0 Xbow Cycle this week, and around 45 games with Xbow Archer Queen when I switched to it in the last few hours of the season. All my games are here in my battle log, and I have recorded a lot of my gameplay as well. As you can see, I was very close to 8K with 3.0, but then I tilted. But here's my brand new top 1000 ladder badge, going very nicely on my profile with the Ultimate Champion badge as well. So in today's video, I will be sharing the live games that I grinded through that got me to this stage. My previous ladder pushes up to 7,993 trophies with 3.0 Xbow Cycle are available as separate videos on my channel as well if you're interested. With all that being said, let's get right into things, and I hope you enjoy the video. Alright, so I'm at 7,900 trophies, I'm at 1,152 in the world, and I've been playing for quite a long time actually. I've tilted quite a lot. I was able to beat Royal Hug's Earthquake and Giant Double Prince. As you can see, I was pretty close to 8,000 with 3.0 Xbow Cycle, but I finally switched to Archer Queen. It's basically the last 2 hours of the season right now, and I tried to use archers my best. I played about almost 200 games this week, I think. The season end, just pushing with 3.0 Xbow Cycle with archers. It's just way too hard, and I never tried Queen the entire time, but now that it's finally the last 2 hours of the season, I don't really have a choice. I could still try with archers, but I want to give Queen a shot, so we're going to see how it goes. Finally switching to Xbow with Archer Queen, even though I played with archers the whole season. And so we see Bandit and Lumberjack going to pop Queen ability here. Unfortunately, Barbarrel does take my Queen out, so I'm going to have to go for a log to cycle back to my Knight. Center Tesla for the Ram Rider, and Skeletons just in case, because a raging Ram Rider can do a lot of nasty things. Don't want to take any risks at all. And he's still going to have to respond to this Knight as well, even though the King is activated. Should get at least one hit if unresponded to, and it looks like we do get a hit. So this is going to just be Bridgespam. Lumberjack, usually Magic Archer 2, usually means they have the Ice Golem as well. Barbarrel, relatively fast cycle with Ice Golem and Barbarrel, 2 elixir cards. I am also just going to be fireballing the Magic Archer almost every time. And now I'm going to go for a Queen. Not really much of a point going for Electro Spirit, because I still would have had to play something else for the Bandit, and I didn't really want to waste my Knight, so I think Queen was the best option. Going to pop ability here, and we do force out the Ice Golem, so decent trade. About 6 elixir for 5, I guess, because Queen plus ability is 6. And Bandit plus Ice Golem is 5. Gonna just go for an E-Spirit at the bridge to chip down the Inferno Dragon, and then go for a middle Tesla. Think he might be building another big push here, so gonna go for a Skeletons, low Archer Queen, and Tesla should take out the Inferno. Gonna hold on to the Queen ability as well, and just fireball the Magic Archer, because I'm gonna force out a fireball of his own on his side if he chooses to not play troops. So fireball comes down, I pop the ability, and it looks like my opponent actually messed up. Okay, so for this Barbarrel, you want to play Electro Spirit a bit further away. You don't want to play it right on top, because the Electro Spirit stun duration is pretty low compared to Ice Spirit. So if you just play it right on top of the Barbarrel, it might still get a hit. So you usually want to kite it as far away as possible. You can do so by kiting it upwards like I did there. Just a little piece of advice against Barbarrels with Electro Spirit. And I'm going to pop the Queen ability now, because I don't want the Inferno Dragon to sizzle it down. I'm going to go for Skeletons in the middle to kite the Lumberjack over. And I don't think I should go for an Xbow, because I don't have Queen ability back. I don't think I should protect the Queen either, because Queen ability is once again not back. And so she's just going to be kind of a walking musketeer. Just going to let her die and reset with another Tesla. And we do have a damage lead, so there's no real need to go super aggressive. I can just sit back, play passively. Going to go for a low Archer Queen, Electro Spirit in the middle, and then go for a Knight. Notice how I'm playing my Knight. Knight is like a very high HP troop. Gonna get back to second Tesla as well, because the other one would die. And so the way I'm playing my Knight there is just to draw value out of my other troops. I use it to tank for my Tesla, use it to tank for my Archer Queen, and that's kind of what you want to do in very defensive situations with Xbow. You want to use your Knight to maximize the value of your other high value damaging cards. Gonna go in for another Electro Spirit just to get chip damage. My opponent's letting it happen basically every time, so I'm just cementing my damage. I'm gonna do the same thing with my Knight here, and also log this Ram Rider back. Go for Skeletons in the middle, and Queen is gonna help out. I did also save my Queen ability. Now I can finally go for an Xbow, because I have a Tesla alive, I have a Queen ability alive, and I can pop the ability, catch the Barbarrel with my Electro Spirit, And Lumberjack is alive, gonna log it back. Maybe we can get a few hits on tower. Okay, my opponent had to commit with Bandit as well, which I can just kite to the middle with my skeletons. Surviving Tesla giving a lot of value, and now I can just reset with the defensive Xbow, even though I might be up Elixir, because he could just go for a free Inferno Dragon on my offensive Xbow. Then I'd have to deal with a big counter push as well. Plus, I'm in the lead. There's no real need to get super aggressive against this Bridgespam deck especially because of all the Xbow nerfs to the Tesla and the Xbow itself. Going to be hard to just keep up pressure, so I think playing defensively is fine. I think my opponent's trying to bait a Fireball on that, but I'm going to hold on to it. Notice how I'm basically saving Fireball for the Magic Archer almost every time. Don't want to give it any unnecessary value. Going to log this Ramrider back to reset the charge. And I'm going for this Xbow not to force a connection, but rather because my opponent was building up a big push in the left, and I just wanted to distract from his push, and this is still forcing out a lot. It forced out Lumberjack, Inferno, even a low Ramrider, which I would say was kind of a mistake. But my opponent is committing very heavily, and okay, Raging Inferno's on my tower. Not going to panic, just reset it with the Electro Spirit. Going to Fireball as well, and get back to a Knight. I don't want to let the Bandit charge onto my tower. Go for a log, and we did take a bunch of damage there, but my opponent didn't respond to the Queen as well, because he was so focused on offense. Magic Archer comes down at the last minute, but doesn't do enough. Just going to take a last minute Fireball, log it back. That should be the win. Against a decent matchup for Xbow, you just have to play it pretty passively like I did. After all the Xbow nerfs, there's really no use playing it offensively. And also just maximizing value of your Queen, using your Knight to defend your Teslas and your Queen on defense, and should be a decent matchup. So that's going to be 7,940 trophies, a nice plus 33 to be very close to top 1k. Alright, so searching for the next match here, and queue time is starting to take a bit longer, which is kind of understandable since as you get higher up in ladder, less players are playing, so it does take longer to find a match, but also kind of annoying for me since it does make me a bit more anxious with all the wait time. That being said, we finally found a match against Andre from SNK Shiganshina, so we have a decent starting hand. I think I'll just... Okay, he goes for a balloon first play at the bridge, which is kind of surprising, I guess. He's either tilted or he's literally just trying to starting hand people. Either way, not a playstyle I would necessarily approve of myself. Just going to cycle Electro Spirit at the bridge, and Balloon tells me he's going to go Inferno Dragon, going to go for an Xbow opposite. If I go same lane, he could just Lava Hound in front. Pretty sure it's going to be a Lava Hound deck. Yeah, there comes a Lava Hound. So what I'm going to do is try and cycle to my Archer Queen, so distract the Inferno with skeletons, then go for the Archer Queen on top of the Inferno instead of on the Lava, because the Lava isn't really threatening. Gonna pop the ability as soon as I can here as well, and that'll be really nice. Gonna Fireball after the Lava Hound pops, as a Miner does come down. I could maybe go for a Knight on the Miner, but I think I'm just gonna wait and try and Fireball everything. We got a really nice Fireball hitting everything. I probably could have logged the Miner to save a bit of damage, but we did take his entire left side tower, just ignored the Xbow pretty much, and we were still able to defend. So you want to use the Archer Queen, or in general when defending lava pushes, you do want to take out the support troops first, because the Lava Hound isn't very threatening, but the support troops are usually what's going to cause damage. So he goes for an Inferno Dragon in the back. I think I'm just going to defend. If I go for an Xbow, I would just kind of be letting him go for another Lava Hound. He could just ignore it and maybe take the entire tower. Okay, now that he goes for a Lava Hound though, I think I will Xbow after I protect my Queen from the Inferno Dragon, since I do have a Queen alive, and I'm totally fine tower trading on the left if I take his entire right side tower as well. I do not have an Archer Queen available for this left side defense, so I don't think I'll be able to defend against this push. I think I'll just let it go. I could go for a low Tesla maybe to deal with the balloon a bit, Fireball it back, maybe keep my tower alive, but the balloon does survive with 1 HP, so I'm not really expecting to defend against this tower. Plus he was forced to go for a Miner and Arrow, so now he was forced quite a lot of Elixir out of him, and I think it's totally fine. Just gonna go for Archer Queen on the right. This will help against the Miner and some of the Lava Pups, but ultimately we'll go on the right side to defend the tower that's alive. And now I can pretty much just defend the entire game. I think that was not the best Inferno Dragon, because Archer Queen does take it out. Even though it did deal damage to my Tesla, I can get back to another one easily, pop ability, and get a really nice, valuable Fireball here after the Lava Hound pops. Go for a Knight to protect my Queen, since there's only 20 seconds left. I don't want to cycle back to a new Queen, just want to keep this one alive. And he is laughing. I guess he's upset that he lost the match. But I mean, he did go for Balloon first place, so it's kind of on him for playing so aggressively, so risky. I don't know why he did that at all. But we're going to take a nice win against LavaLoon with arrows, and yeah, this is one matchup where Archer Queen really shines, because he does have arrows, and that would be really good against archers, but against Archer Queen, it doesn't really do much. Now we are at 7,975 trophies, just one win away from the elusive 8K. So, hopefully one win away. I mean, technically I could get a win that's below 25 trophies, it is possible, and I could get just barely like 1 or 2 trophies away from 8K, but hopefully it's not the case. Find a match against Looney, gonna give him the good luck. He's saying good game, which I think means he wants to tie me, but I don't know who he is, and I definitely don't want to risk getting win stolen. For those of you that don't know, people do tie on ladder sometimes by just not playing anything, letting the game go to a draw at the end. But usually only people tie with their friends. I personally don't know this person at all. He could also just be trying to tie because I counter his deck, and I could try to be nice sometimes, but it's end of the season ladder. I don't really feel like doing that. So Ice Wizard comes down, gonna fireball it, I think, and he is probably gonna be playing some kind of graveyard deck then if he's trying to tie me, and he knows I have Xbow. Baby Dragon comes down as well. It could also be Golem, though. He does Tornado my Archer Queen back, which I think is a mistake. I probably should have waited a bit, because it's still alive. And he goes for a Barb Barrel, so I'm going to Xbow after I defend this, because he did just waste his Barb Barrel, which means he won't have a great response to my Xbow. Like, he can go Knight, Poison, but he won't have Barb Barrel. And wow, he actually just graveyards my King Tower. But yeah, I honestly feel like he misplayed. I guess he's going to give up, since, you know, if a graveyard player activates King, they're pretty much going to lose in most cases, because the graveyard is that kind of win condition. But yeah, I feel like he should have just maybe even leaked a bit. Maybe he just didn't want to leak, so he played that Tornado, but he should have gone for it after I popped the Queen ability, since him using Barb Barrel kind of made him lose the game. I mean, even if he didn't give up, he would have had to go like Knight, Poison, or something, and then he wouldn't have had Barb Barrel and Cycle. It was actually like 4 cards away, because he just used it. So he would have had to go for either a Building or an Ice Wizard, which is just Blood Elixir. I would have gone for like Xbow Tesla or something. And yeah, I just think he didn't play the best, but we'll take the win. I mean, getting close to 8K, and that's going to be plus 26. Wow, so actually going to be just enough for 8K. Going to be 8,001 trophies. We finally reached 8,000 trophies, but that is still not top 1,000, so actually going to have to keep going, as exciting as this is. Alright, so 8,001 trophies. Let's go for a match. We fight it almost instantly, which is surprising, against Cal Rocket, who is actually below 8K, so he's going to be about 8 trophies below us. I don't know what he's playing, I'm not sure, haven't heard of him before, but Bandit comes down, which could be most likely a Bridgespam deck, either with P.E.K.K.A or Mega Knight. It could also be 3 Musketeers. Bats, not entirely sure what it's going to be because of Bats, because I'm actually not sure of any current meta decks that run Bats as well as Bandit. So I think I'm actually just going to leak. You know, Bats could be some kind of bait deck, maybe, so if I cycle a log, and he could have, like, Goblin Gang or something. Okay, he goes for a Ram Rider, so it is going to be a Ram Rider Bridge Spam deck then with Bats, I guess. Just going to go for a Queen. I can pop the ability and log this Ram Rider back to reset the charge. Didn't need to go for a Tesla there, also it wasn't really in cycle. So Ghost as well. So Bandit, Royal Ghost, Ram Rider, Bats, probably going to have some kind of big tank as well. Yeah, there's the Mega Knight. So this is going to be a bit of a tricky defense, but let's see if we can make it happen. I could maybe try and activate King off this, actually, so I'm going to go for a Knight, and then I'm going to have to E-Spirit for the Bats to make sure they don't take my entire tower. Then go for low Skeletons, and Archer Queen as well. And so Bandit dashes, Mega Knight jumps, and oh my god, that's kind of unlucky, I would say. I don't want to... Yeah, I didn't want to log the Royal Ghost because I need enough Elixir. If I logged it, I wouldn't have had enough for the Tesla, for this Ram, and I would have lost. But that's actually really unlucky, I would say. We were 1 Bandit hit or 1 Mega Knight hit away from activating King, and it just barely didn't happen. But not much we can do. You know, I took about 1,500 damage, but that's still totally fine. I'm more familiar with the deck my opponent is playing now. And I believe I can win this match as long as I don't just panic and go for panic Xbows. So I'm not going to do that, not going to Expo. Going to hold off and try and play solid and smart. Also, it doesn't look like he has Magic Archer yet. He might have played it already. He does have an Archer Queen. Okay, so I'm going to go for an Archer Queen of my own. I can't go for an Xbow opposite, even though I usually like to against Archer Queen, because I don't have a Knight in cycle. So, going to pop ability here, and then go for skeletons and E-Spirit to try and keep my queen alive. It looks like it didn't really work out, but just log the queen back and I'm fine. And when I do make an Xbow push, I'm going to go for it in the right, not the left, because I don't want to go same lane. He does also have a fireball, which is better than lightning for sure. And he does zap my Tesla, actually, which I think was a mistake. So I'm actually going to go for a queen in the back, and then Xbow. Looks like it was a perfectly timed Xbow, since that is going to go on his queen. Plus, he just wasted a zap. He's going to be forced to pop a queen ability. I'm going to use ability of my own, then go for a knight afterwards to tank for my own queen, and I'm back to another Xbow. And I have, even though I let my Xbow die, I have outcycled his Mega Knight, outcycled his Archer Queen, and this should be a really good situation for me. So I'm going to go for a Tesla like this to retarget the Xbow. Look what I did there, with making the bandit jump, making the Round Rider jump over the bridge. That's something I really like to do. Gonna go for an Xbow since he's gonna be low in elixir. Definitely doesn't have enough for a Mega Knight right away. Yup, he had to go for it late, so he's gonna have to zap as well to retarget. Just gonna go for a Knight to tank for the Xbow, and then go for Archer Queen. Looks like he's not even back to a zap right away, so he goes for it now, but I mean, I would say the game is pretty much over at this point. Offensive momentum is just too much in my favor, and I can pretty much just cycle spells. I could even cycle 2 fireballs now since I have the queen down, but I think I'm just going to defend and not risk choking or anything. Yeah, he goes for a Mega Knight. I'm just going to defend. Actually going to take fireball value on defense here. Okay, I was hoping the bandit would dash, and I would be able to fireball the bandit away, but that's still fine. Going to log this all back. Queen is there, but not really doing much. Ability is going to be forced to come out. Then I can just go for a low knight to force it to come as far as possible. And I think maybe now I could start my fireball cycle because it's triple elixir. Spell cycling is getting a bit easier, or elixir flow is getting easier. And I'm just going to get back to my second fireball. And that's going to be a really nice win against Mega Knight, Round Rider, Bridgespam. So I didn't panic when I was down damage. I just picked my spots and chose effectively, went for an Xbow at the right time, and kept up pressure. That's going to be 8,030 trophies, rank 777 in the entire world. I really like that number, actually, and I'm really happy with the fact that I was finally able to push up here after all that adversity. Alright, so I am down to 7,999 trophies. I did try and play one more match to get a win and get a higher ladder finish, but I did lose 2, unfortunately, against both really hard Royal Giant Archer Queen versions. One had lightning as well, so I'm pretty bad at that matchup anyways, but I am hopefully not going to tilt my entire finish away. Going to go for this match, and I think if I win, this Heisenberg, my opponent, is going to be much higher on ladder than me anyway, about 40 trophies higher, so this should be at least a plus 32 or 33 trophy win. So if I win this match, I think I'm just going to sit and chill out for the end of the season. If I win, a lot of this is contingent on if I win. If I lose, I'm going to have to play even harder, but if I do, then I think I'm just going to take the ladder finish, be happy with it, and not try and risk tilting. I can always go for a new finish another time anyways, and it is very late in the season. I'm very tired as well, actually, because I just okay, let me just go for a knight here to predict the bandit and E-Spirit. I did only sleep about 6 hours or 5 hours last night because I wanted to wake up early for season end. By the way, that Xbow push, I'm going to get a nice connection here. I went for it because I knew he would have to fireball my Archer Queen on the left, and so I knew he wouldn't have enough for a P.E.K.K.A. If he did choose to go for a P.E.K.K.A. on my Xbow, then I would have popped Queen ability and he would have lost his entire left tower pretty much. So really good situation, and looks like Heisenberg is going to be playing P.E.K.K.A. Bridgespam here, which is a matchup that I'm surprisingly haven't faced much, and I'm just going to fireball the Magic Archer. Well played by him going opposite lane to not let me get fireball value. But yeah, this is a matchup that I haven't seen much at all, and I'm really refreshed to see it because it's a good matchup for Xbow. But I actually usually don't play as well with Archer Queen as I do with Archers. I'm much more confident with Archers in this matchup. I'm going to go for a Knight though, and log to knock everything back, and that should be a clean defense. So I'm just going to reset again with an Archer Queen in the back. I don't think I want to Xbow right away. He goes for an E-Wiz in the back, which is interesting. Could technically be considered a positive trade for me if I just ignore it and like go for an Xbow. I think I'm just going to chill, play defensively as well. Going to go for Tesla after the E-Wiz gets another shot off to hopefully... Okay, so it looks like I still took a hit, but pop Queen ability here, and she does basically take out the entire battle ram. I do have a Tesla alive on the map as well, so now I'm going to go for defensive Xbow. Actually, I could go for offensive, and maybe I should be going for an offensive Xbow, but honestly, like, it's very end of the season. I'm just trying to play very safe, very smart, and not lose any trophies. So I would usually recommend going offensive in this matchup, but for me, I'm trying to play safe and passively not make any mistakes, and I want the game to be in my kind of momentum, not his. So I'm going to pop Queen ability here. He goes for a P.E.K.K.A, so it looks like the Queen is going to die, unfortunately. Going to go for a Knight to pull the Ghost, Skeletons for the Bandit, and I am back to another Queen, actually, so going to go for the Queen here. Maybe I should have gone in the right side, because I could have counter-pushed with an Xbow with it afterwards, but I think that's still fine. Not going to Fireball this Magic Archer. I can just pop ability, and okay, looks like I did hit the Bandit anyway, so it was a smart Fireball. And now Ewas is forced out, so I'm considering going for an Xbow, but I think I really just don't want to risk anything at all, honestly. Like, I just want to play very safe. Just going to Fireball pretty much every single Magic Archer that comes down, you can see. And yeah, like, I'm still winning. As long as I don't choke a defense in triple or something, I could honestly just be fine to defend the entire game. He's going to go for a P.E.K.K.A, so now I'm going to go for an Xbow. I don't want him to build a huge push. I'm not super confident I can defend everything. I'm going to forced out Ewas and Bandit, so that's going to be 7 elixir that he won't have for his P.E.K.K.A push. And, okay, wow, it looks like I'm going to have to log. The really annoying Bandit glitch retargeted the tower to the Ewas from the Bandit. Going to go for a Knight and log the Ram back so my Tesla doesn't die, so that it stays alive and doesn't get charged on. Tesla will take out the Magic Archer as well. And he's zap cycling, so I'm actually down damage and fireball. I'm going to go for a Queen to get a 3-card cycle and then start cycling spells very, very aggressively. I definitely don't want to lose this. I cannot afford to give a single Magic Archer connection as well. I'm going to go for a Knight to predict the Magic Archer at the bridge. Fireball tower. Okay, looks like he goes for a lower Magic Archer which won't hit tower, which I'm thankful that he did. Going to pop Queen ability here and fireball. And I believe I can get back to a second fireball before he can get back to one of his own. Going to go for a Knight, cheaper than a Tesla, and then go for a Fireball and log, and looks like we did get the win. So, okay, pretty dicey situation there. I think the one mistake I made was going Queen in the left instead of the right, as minor as it looked, because then I missed an opportunity to get a good Xbow connection, but we did still walk away with the win at the very end, and plus 33 trophies, oh my god, 8,032, 767 in the entire world. I am beyond happy with this. I think I'm just going to sit here for the end of the season, and I can't believe I finally did it after so much hard work, which might not seem like a lot to other people. Like, some people can get top 200 easily, and they get upset when they get top 200, but for me, I haven't really competed seriously on ladder since my 107 finish back in October of 2021 last year, so this is very exciting for me, especially because I almost did it with 3.Xbow Cycle. I mean, I was at 7,993 trophies, which you will know if you watch my previous videos of my ladder push. But yeah, even though I wasn't able to get it with 3.Xbow Cycle, I was super close, and I'm very happy with my performance with it either way. And also, I did still get it with Xbow at the end of the day, even though I switched to Queen. Most people did switch to Queen anyways, Aragon, Titan, only people like Betfist didn't this season, so yeah, very excited, very tired now, so I think I am going to end the video here. I am probably just going to rest for a while and just take a few days break from Clash Royale after this insane weekend of mine. I did also take a bunch of breaks, though. Like, I went for a walk outside, I still walked my dog, and I think it's really important to take breaks instead of just playing like 10-hour stretches in one go. I think it can be unhealthy, but yeah, very glad I was able to get it. Hope you guys enjoyed watching the ladder push as well. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.